What up, baby? How you feeling?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm like exhausted. Not so man, I enjoy being old.
You enjoy being old?
I can't be going to sleep at 3 in the morning no more.
Yeah, like we did it way too big.
I felt like that.
But it was a good time last night seeing family that we haven't seen in a long time. You know, it was one of those memorable nights that I hope that Tito remembers, you know, for a long time. Not like it's not going to happen again, but it's one of those that you can go back on your childhood and be like, oh, that was dope when we did that and did this and, you know, we watched this and, you know, got to swim.
And I was telling actually Wendy yesterday, shout out Wendy, shout out Bianca, thank you guys for coming and the kids, we enjoyed ourselves.
Shout out to Eli and Leslie as well.
Yeah, but I was gonna say the story and then
okay, my bad. Go
ahead.
Even though
they don't listen.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
Keep it 100.
Yeah.
That's what we do. By the way, this is the Moragnes. I am Dyami and you are. Thank you, and you're probably listening on Spotify or Lisbon, so big up to you. We appreciate you. But go ahead, babe.
And we're all fresco again.
We're all fresco again. So that's out for those first-time listeners. That's outside in my backyard, my patio, because I have a garage that doesn't have any AC, and it's like 115 in there. So you might hear a dog bark. You might hear, you know, somebody driving by playing some Poison or something like that. I live in the suburbs. So it's wild, but we here. So go ahead. You were telling Wendy.
I forgot. You know I be forgetting and you over here interrupting.
I thought you had it. I'm sorry. Something about the movie, and you're telling Wendy as an experience.
When they were watching the
movie.
Because we usually when we meet up, we always take a picture of the kids.
Right.
And there's this one picture. I think it was Aquarium of the Pacific. Like Tito says, of the Pacific.
Aquarium of the Pacific. Yes.
Yeah, when we go, the first time we went, or at least I think it was there. I'm not sure, but we took a picture of all 4 of them. So, and then last time they had came, I think Bianca took a picture of all 4 of them too. So we missed it this time. We missed it.
Yeah, I took a very blurry picture. I have a picture of them from the side, but you know, so much was going on, I forgot to take that picture. It'd have been nice to get everybody in the pool. That'd be a nice picture.
Yeah, it would have been nice if I wouldn't have so much gas. Man, I had hummus. I don't remember what the hell I had.
You had hummus? When did you have hummus? You sneak in to have hummus?
I was over here gassing it up. Like, now I was letting them go. Shit, they family. But, Wendy over here all uppity and shit. Like, she never farted. I'm just like, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like my dad said. My dad says,
what does he say?
Prefiero perder un amigo que una tripa. Basically, I'd rather lose a friend than my tripa. What's a tripa?
Like an
my intestine, yeah.
Or
like an issue. Have an issue, you know.
Yeah.
So
that's so crazy.
But
you were gassy.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it was.
Other than the gas,
you know, I had a great time. I still had a great time, gas and all.
Yeah, gas and all. You had a good time.
But yeah, but I think we did too much this week, and I feel mentally exhausted. Like I feel drained. Like the whole thing with Rusty. You know.
Rest in peace, Russ.
Our senior citizen, like our son likes to call him.
Mm-hmm.
He man.
We lost him this weekend.
We did.
He's with us for 11 years, the most loyal and loving dog ever. So, rest in peace, Russ.
Yeah,
we sent him home with a nice steak.
And I mean, like I'm thinking I'm at ease. You know, he's good. I know he's not hurting. I remember I was just telling stories to Tito about when he was, you know, on his prime, and times he ran away, the times he
Shout out to
escaped,
Eric.
like
Shout out to Eric from 52nd Place that brought Rusty home many times. You allowed him to live to 11 and a half.
That's what happens when you be trying to hoe, Tito.
Rusty was out there oh wait, you told Tito that if you start
hoeing, if you start going over there with Fernanda, well, I'ma check your ass. So
I wonder what Fernanda's doing. She's in
I don't
another
know,
class.
I think they changed it to another class, yeah. But
That's
but
funny.
yeah, my
you
boy,
got beef with a kindergartner.
my son, okay. I ain't
You had beef.
no, not my
and your
son.
Mama, and your
I'm
mama.
not gonna be
You
having
and
my
your
son
mama
do that
was
shit.
beefing.
Nah, he's too young.
Doing
Focus
what?
on school.
Doing what?
Focus
What was he
on-
doing?
Like I tell every kid out there, pussy's gonna be there.
Yeah, well, yes, it is.
All
But
the time,
What was our
so-
son doing? You really think our son was
No,
trying
I'm
to
not saying that. I
get
just
some action?
I'm preparing him. You know, you gotta
You gotta what? Scare him off now?
like, yeah.
You know, at some point he is going to have a girlfriend.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so
but not
what's gonna
this
happen?
point.
Okay, but what is going to
Not
happen?
this. Like I was saying.
No, what's gonna happen?
Like I was saying.
What is gonna
Rusty.
happen? Or what about? Okay,
Don't
Rusty.
interrupt my story.
Okay, yes. How rude of me. Go ahead.
Because I could already know, and the only reason I'm saying this is just this kid, and I'm not saying it because he's my son, but this motherfucker, like, man, he's very smart. He's very, but you know, calculating. Like he can finesse you, like without you even like knowing you getting finesse. Like I'm 40 years old. You know, and later on I think about it, I'm like, this motherfucker just played me. But I was like, man, you know, but he but yeah, that's where I was thinking about something. So I was telling him stories about, you know, Rusty and he had it harder than he did with Shug. But he understands, you know, like yesterday on the day before yesterday on the way back, the drive back from
Girl, stop.
The drive back from how you want me to hit it if I'm
Oh, go ahead, tell your story.
fuck,
The
man.
drive back from where? You can't hold a blunt. Never mind, go ahead.
You let it just waste, but whatever. So see, you
drive
be
back.
interrupting me. Oh, the drive back.
Yes.
From
From
we were
Leslie's.
just driving, and I was driving, and he's like, mommy, look, all excited. Well, he didn't say look, because I'm driving. I was driving. So he's like, mommy, I found Rusty's star. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I found it. It's the brightest one of all. And I was like, I'm like, oh, you know, I stopped and I'm like, where is it at? He's like, you know, it's right there. And it's next to, and as a matter of fact, it's present now. He's like, it's right next to the other one that's shiny too, which is Shug. And I was like, yeah, that's him. He's always been like that. And he's like, you know what, mommy, it's okay. That's him telling me that he's okay.
That's good.
You know, I was just like,
That's a
man.
good way to rationalize it.
You know, so I was just, if it weren't for that, if it weren't for my son, probably I would have had it hard. The fact that, you know, harder, but the fact that,
Rusty.
the fact that Tito understands, and you know, we're just telling him he's not going to be in pain anymore.
Right.
And he Rusty, he was bad.
Yeah, he deteriorated at a rapid rate.
As a matter of days.
Yeah.
At the end, he couldn't even walk anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I think his body
I'm,
was just shutting down on him, and it was time to let him go. And I think maybe out of our selfishness, we held on a little too long with him. But so it just felt good to finally see him at peace. You know, because even when he was swimming, or not swimming, even when he was sleeping, he was very he slept very uncomfortably.
Yeah.
And
he was.
That was the night I went in there, and I laid with him for a minute, and just really watched him, you know, from afar, and I just saw how he was just struggling just to relax and chill.
Yeah, he was having a hard time breathing, and that's what the doctor said. He's like, he has a big
a mass or something
in his
lung.
in his lung, in his abdomen. So
right.
so he just like he will like snap at Junior, but not ever the way he did the night before.
Yeah.
He was, you know, he was angry.
Yeah, he was tired.
Like he would always tell like him like back up, but never really get him.
Yeah.
He'll just bite the air.
Yeah.
But this time he, you know, he bit him.
Yeah.
I mean, not so bad, but it's
Well, he nipped
yeah,
him. He didn't draw any blood or anything like that, but he definitely
But this fool understood.
made contact. Yeah, and he backed away, but
Yeah. But you know what, Rusty? My old man, he got to share one of the best years of my life with him.
yeah. He had a very good life, very good run. I miss him tremendously, but it was time for him to be at peace, and I'm happy that he is at peace. And I think our family can come to peace quickly with him being at peace, and get back to whatever the new normal is going to be without him. Dealing with this guy right here who's trying to make his presence known right now. Your baby.
He was badass. Like, ugh.
All things considered, I think he did well around the kids.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying he's a badass. Period.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like,
we'll see how he adjusts.
He be listening to Tammy. Like, he don't be listening to me.
We'll see how he adjusts without Russ.
I think I need to take him out for a walk tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, he's good to go. He's definitely good to go.
I can't, because school's back.
School's back. And Dyami did really good day one.
He actually did. I was very, very proud of him. This motherfucker had the nerve.
To do what?
He's like, on the way back again from Leslie. He was just dropping him that night. He's like, so I'm like, I was telling him how proud I am of him. He did very, very good. Very good. He's like, yeah, mommy, kindergarten was a little harder. This is easy. And I'm like, hey, but you've been working during summer,
so worked hard during summer. Yeah.
He's like, nah, but this is really easy. I'm doing everything very, very easy and fast. Those kids are taking too long. They're slowing me down. I'm like, this motherfucker. And I was like, well, I mean, in essence, they are, but that's not nice. I was like, okay, you're telling me this. Okay, that's cool.
But I'm like,
you
can't
be telling this to the class. That's not nice. That's not nice.
What we need to do is we need to make sure that we're there with him, like checking his work. To make sure he's doing it quickly, because he wants to be the Flash, and he could be doing it wrong.
That's why kid needs to start fucking getting that damn desk I want. That shit's out of stock.
Well, you just improvise. You got a nice little space for him now. You've cleaned the room up. You're gonna put that in there. So I like what you did. I like the little stainless steel look that you got going. I put a Star Wars sticker and a Luke Skywalker sticker on there.
Metiche.
Just to kind of show you how I was what I want you and Dyami to spend some time and do together. I think that'd be really dope. You guys, or it can be even a family thing. We can all get together and decorate it with the Marvel stickers, the Star Wars stickers, things that he likes. So I like it. It looks very clean. I like what you did. Props to you on that. You opened up a lot of space by moving things that were bulky and weren't really functional anymore for him. A lot of that stuff when he was a baby or a toddler. Now you've transitioned him to big boyhood. So I think that's really nice. I like how you did that. I love you. Good job.
I love you too.
Good job.
Yeah, I wanted to give it a little, a big boy look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still continue adding. Eventually, we're gonna hang up all his Legos and spread them out. We still got one more box to build. He's over here, like, I don't want him to lose that. He's getting too interested, too involved with these games, these video games and shit. It's annoying me.
Well, so you guys brought the box out
today.
You guys brought the box out, and then you didn't do anything with it. It just sat there on the table. So
yeah, because we can't. Because then my dad started doing those puzzles there, and then my mom starts like chopping shit. So I'm like, fuck, man.
So you gotta find a spot. Maybe you do it on his bed. And
then we can't come out here. Well, now we can. I have this.
Yeah, you guys can come out here. We got the.
Did you turn on the lights?
I turned them off. You come out here and man, sorry. You come out here and just open up the umbrellas, or you throw him on his bed. You can do it on his bed. You and him just sitting on the bed or laying on the bed together, doing it right there. So you just got to come up with a space. You know what I mean?
Oh, he drops the light behind me.
That's what they do. You just got to come up with a space and make it happen. So
I really wish, right now I have that. It works.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish up his room tomorrow and move him in there. That way he can do his homework from there, less distraction.
Yep.
And
he gets comfortable in the space with his own space. And another thing I'm saying, if you want him away from the tablet, if you want him away from the video games, then you have to give him something to do. You just can't expect for him to go play by himself. So you got to interact with him and take him away from that. You know what I mean? Or else that's all he's going to do. is he gonna gravitate towards that if there isn't any other interest? So we have to get on that to make him not want to mess with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a few board games that I'm gonna put out in his room so he can choose and play.
Yeah, he likes that battleship joint. You know.
I need to learn how to play these things because.
Yeah, we can do it as a family. We'll play as a family. We'll run through. All I ask is you don't get mad at me if I win, because you know you're notorious for doing that. Notorious. I'm not trying to fight with you
because you be cheating.
How do I cheat?
I don't know how you cheat.
How do you cheat in Candyland? Explain that to me. I need to know. How you cheat in Candyland?
I don't be getting mad in Candyland.
Yes, you do. You
I be getting mad in Monopoly and shit like that.
You're mad at Candyland, Monopoly, Uno.
Okay, Uno maybe.
Uno.
But I don't know. I'm just
know.
saying.
What are you saying? Please break that down.
I'm just saying that.
That what?
That ain't nobody even inviting you to play. What the hell? Wait. I'm talking about my son and I.
That's comedy. So
I mean, you're over here working, so
I'm restricted from that. I can't play with the family.
And then you go to the gym. You can,
uh-huh.
But the time we'll be doing it is the time that we'll be going to the gym. That you'll be going to the gym.
Okay.
So.
Well, don't get mad at him if he starts winning. Is all I'm asking.
Why would I get mad at a 6-year-old?
Okay. You're competitive.
Even though he be doing it wrong, like whatever. I'm not.
That's funny.
We've been playing Uno, and I've been, but
trying to teach him.
Open face, like so. Yeah. I'll tell him, okay, see these are my cards. So I'm teaching him my cards and his. And this motherfucker beat me twice.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Now it's out there.
Yeah. Damn, you took an L to a 6-year-old in Uno. Your Uno reputation is forever shaken.
But hey, at least I'm his teacher, so.
Yeah, definitely.
In essence, I'm winning.
Ooh, bars. I see that. I see what you did there. I like that. So, your girl, Cardi B, is back with the W.A.P.
Okay.
Are you going to give us the translation for the W.A.P? You're the foul-mouthed one. So, what is W.A.P? Love.
I didn't even. When I read it, I was trying to like. When I listened to it, I was trying to. Tito was there, so I was like, "Fuck, man."
Wait, why is my son there listening to W.A.P?
He's coming in from his room and he's like,
"Oh, he walked in the room and he wasn't."
I wasn't trying to put it. So I had to put the volume down. I mean, at some point I paused it when he left. I put it on. I continued it. So then he came back. So I'm like, fuck. So I put it on pause, and then he got comfortable. I'm like, oh, shit, man. I'm like, if I don't listen to it now, I ain't gonna listen to it. So I just put it on, but I put it, low volume, and I was just
put
like,
it to your ear.
When she would be, pussy this, like. I don't really say that around him. That's one word I really don't say. I'll just say like fuck, shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, in Spanish, but those don't count. So he, so yeah, I didn't really. I don't know exactly what that means. What's the breakdown of it? But I mean, it's basically just her talking about her pussy and how she likes her dick. Like.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's not good for kids.
Right.
So
it's wet ass pussy to be specific.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. So it's a specific brand of coochie.
Okay.
Is what she's talking about. So,
I'm familiar.
Yes.
So
by association, or how are you familiar? By association? Or?
Well, I hope my bitch's pussy's still getting wet. Fuck, like my friends. By bitches, I mean my friends. Not like I got bitches. Like.
Right. So you're hoping that your friends' vaginas stay.
No, I mean,
moisturized.
who doesn't not want to have one,
I guess, I don't know.
Anyway, that's beyond the...
Definitely beyond the point. But go ahead.
You'll be blaming me on getting sidetracked.
No, you said something, so I'm sorry, I had a question. So, to go back to your point, W.A.P, W.A.P with Megan Thee Stallion, you're just like, it's whatever. Not anything.
That Megan,
it's not hitting for you?
Like, to me, I'm not a big... It's catchy.
Not a fan of horses?
No, I'm not a fan of I like her music and her music. I don't like.
You don't like Cardi with someone.
Yeah.
You like Cardi, just Cardi.
Yes.
I think Cardi could have just did Cardi on this.
She could have.
No disrespect to Megan. Megan does what she does. She brings a certain element to the track.
Have I ever listened to any of her songs?
No, you haven't. So, but she's had some big records. She's had a big record with Beyonce. She's had solo records. Yeah, she was a young lady who was shot in the foot recently. Why? Okay. That's not funny. Why are you laughing? That is not funny. No, she was shot. Babe, she was shot.
Babe, why was she shot? What the fuck was she doing to get shot?
Nothing.
Like, usually,
Nothing. So, according to the story, she was with a R&B singer, and they were at a party at, like, Kylie Jenner's house or some shit like that. And something happened. There was a confrontation between her
Say no more. You said Kylie Jenner. That's it. Like,
wait, do you think Kylie Jenner equates to people getting shot in the foot? They have a lot of drama. Yes, they definitely do. So...
need to go see somebody to get a limpia.
Get some eggs cracked over him and shit like that. So she gets shot in the foot because I guess there was an altercation between her and this and the rapper dude, and he supposedly shot at the ground, and the bullets went into her foot. Hey, I guess it's...
You put yourself out there as an industry that you're exposed to. I mean, who do you put who are you around? My mom used to always say, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Okay. Tell me who you're with and I'll tell you who you are. But now as an adult, like, I know, like, I ain't gonna be over here at Coachella. Like, I got no business in Coachella or whatever the fuck. Right. I have a son, Yeah. But if you're trying to, I don't know if she has a son. I'm just saying my.
Right. You're not speaking on her directly. You're speaking on what you would do in this situation.
Are we talking about somebody's foot getting shot?
Well, because you asked who Meg Thee Stallion is, so I'm telling you, and now you're expanding. This is how conversation works, babe. This is good conversation. We're going to get back.
The question?
The original point was, how do you feel about the song? You said, I don't really know who Meg Thee Stallion is. Who is she? She's been in the news.
Have I heard of any of her?
And then we started talking about her getting shot in the foot. But to go back, you're not really impressed with the song. You'd rather just have it be Cardi B.
Some of the stuff I heard, that's her. It's not.
Yeah.
That's Cardi. That's what you expect.
Yeah.
From her.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have high hopes for a new project from her, or do you think that? Because I'm surprised she came out with this because this is very hard. I thought she was gonna come out with something that was more like a hit record because Cardi had a lot of hits.
I think she's saving that for her album. To be honest,
yeah.
She wants to have a good album, just like Invasion of Privacy. She wants to have like a lot of hits in her songs. Yeah. So she's saving it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like when it's just when it's featuring somebody else.
Right.
To me, I just rather hear her.
I'm sure there'll be some songs on the album like that, but Cardi is a huge star now. Mm-hmm. So that's the formula.
They're
going to stick with that.
People are still listening to it. I listen to it.
It's a win.
So, but it's not something you can listen with your kids around, or there's some Cardis that you can listen with your kids around. I don't, but it's not. But this is really not for kids. This is not. These are for grown. This is grown folk music.
Right. So let me ask you, how do you feel about people reacting, saying she set women back with this song, and this is disgusting? How did
she set women back?
I guess by the lyrics of the song,
they don't know what a wet pussy is.
Women are set back by that. I don't know. I can't speak on it. That's why I'm asking you as a woman.
What's the setback though? How do you? I mean, to me, I don't feel you get offended.
It's such a shameful song that now women are going to be looked at in a certain way, and somehow that is going to.
She ain't talking about. She's talking about her pussy.
Progress.
She ain't talking about your mama's pussy or anybody else's pussy. That's her explaining her pussy. So. What?
She's specifically talking about her nanny.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
So how,
mind your own pussy business,
yes.
In other words. Okay, I got you.
So if you don't want to listen to don't. Like, how does it set you back?
I don't know.
What sets you back? Yeah. Racism. Talk about that.
Okay.
Don't talk about fucking music. Like, whoever wants to listen to it, listen to it.
Okay.
I mean, damn.
Right.
You want to take everything from us and shit.
I didn't understand it. There's a lot of people who are angry and mad, and they're like, oh, they're horrible, look at them as women, they can't say, yada yada yada. The fun fact about this is that the majority of music written by women in the industry is really written by men. So these are the thoughts of how men are thinking, how women want to how women talk dirty, nasty, whatever, making claims that she writes her own music, but I know that to be different, and we know Cardi has a team of people, and that's what makes Cardi successful. So I was shocked she came with the harder song, but now that I think about it, leading up to Invasion of Privacy, she dropped harder records and then surprised everybody with the ring rings and the I like it like that. So you're right, I didn't even think about that. Let me give you a high five for some hip hop.
You be judging me crazy and
no,
shit.
well, you know what? But I didn't expect
But I mean,
that
half the time I am crazy, but still,
I didn't. That was.
I know what I'm talking about.
That was a moment right there. You know what I mean? That was that you impressed me, hip hop wise. You really did right there. You did. You dug deep on the
Uncle Phil.
On the Cardi B. Would you call me Uncle Phil?
Yeah, the Uncle Phil hip hop. That's what you call yourself.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hip hop Uncle Phil. Yeah.
Hip-hop.
Shout out to an honest conversation about hip hop. Definitely on hiatus right now, but my co-host Sam Capone, big ups to you, my brother, as well as Big Pooh. For those of us that know, for those of you who know Pooh, who was a co-host of an honest conversation about hip hop. 7 months back, he had a stroke, and he has now just come home. So if you follow him on any of the social media pages, go ahead and show him some love. He's home, and can't wait to get him back into the swing of things, and just I had a great conversation with him a couple weeks, and I'm glad he's home now. So big ups to you, Pooh.
So woo!
You're a fool. Shout out to the Ivy League show. Go to the ivyleagueshow.com, and guess what? You're going to be able to hear old throwback episodes of an honest conversation about hip-hop featuring Sam Capone and my brother from another, both of them, Big Pooh. As well as you can catch new episodes of the Moragnes there, our podcast. So big ups to everybody over there at the Ivy League show. What would you call this? You know, people listen and really listen for you. Big ups to Ashley. I would shout her out. You know, she's like, oh, I love my girl. She's doing so well. You know, your cousin Maritza listens, and you know, Marianne. So you sleep in a lot of people, you know, like whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? So, you know, you should feel good about that. That's all I'm saying. So, Cardi, speaking of Cardi, let's get back on track. Cardi B went ahead and is announced she was going to open an OnlyFans account. Now, you checked out OnlyFans and some of the things that is going on there.
I mean, I guess. Well, I didn't check out no page. You gotta subscribe. I ain't gonna be in that shit.
But you understand what people are using it for. The ladies
I'm sure too.
Most.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They're like dropping it like it's hot, doing little.
Yeah, like videos or photos or shit like that.
Videos, photos, you know.
And then
camera shit.
But you can talk about ponies too.
No, you definitely can. I'm not saying that. I say that to say this. Cardi said that, hey, I'm going to use it to, when people have gossip about me, I'm going to go live there so you can hear what I got to say. Then I'm going to go live there and I'm going to talk about my life and show you guys stuff. So it's smart on her, business-wise. Yeah. As long as she's not getting naked and doing some of the stuff that some of these other ladies are doing on this site, which I don't have an issue with, but I think that's a bad look for Cardi. I think that Cardi shouldn't do that.
She has way more to offer than her body.
Yeah, she shouldn't go back. You know, she did that already. There's no reason. This video is real raunchy and shit like that, according to most. I saw it. You know, it wasn't all crazy as people were trying to, you know, make it out to be or whatnot. But my question is this: what would you rather do? Would you rather be one of these girls who does sexual acts on camera, you know, not involved with dudes? You know, these are all just solo sexual acts, and dudes can see you all across the world. You know, so you're masturbating with a dildo or something, and everybody can see you. Or
a cucumber,
whatever. Yeah, I guess obviously you got in your head. You did research on this. I appreciate that. Or would you rather be a traditional sex worker, where, you know, you either are in a brothel or you go into the hotels to meet dudes? Like, what would you rather do?
Hands down, I'm selling my coochie. Hands down.
But how? In the streets or online?
I mean, no. Oh, what do you mean in the streets or online?
Okay, so again, listen to what I'm saying.
No, you're saying I'm gonna sell, like, I'll be a prostitute.
Right.
That's what I will be.
But what I'm telling you is, how would you do this?
Oh, how would I be a prostitute?
Yeah, online or in the streets? Which one would you do?
I won't do online. Why would I fucking do online and have my shit exposed, like, be in the world, like, always did? Nah,
So you,
like, I gotta keep something. Like, no.
So you'd be the like discreet hoe.
Yes.
Okay. Not the one for the world to see.
Yeah, I mean, honest, my pussy gonna be stretched as fuck, but hey, I'll be a high end one where I can go ahead and snatch it back.
Snatch it.
I have the money.
You gotta go back to the snatch back doctor. If I was gonna slang my D, I would definitely be in the streets as well. I don't like it with you, as you said. I don't like the whole. You're on the internet. You don't know who it is. Like, I don't know who's in Boise, Idaho. I don't know who's looking at me. And that's crazy because you never know. What if they run up on you in the street type stuff? You know what I mean? There's people who have those fantasies. Kids.
I mean, either way, you're fucked. But I think worse is being out there forever.
You make more money, though, I think, virtually doing it online than you're going to do in the streets, unless you are... And paying... Your
coochie ain't going to be stretched either, well, if you use a cucumber, a zucchini. Hey, last time shout out Marianne, brought me a zucchini the size of... a zucchini.
A zucchini.
That shit was the size of, like an eggplant and shit. Like, it was big. But, I fucked that shit up. I cooked it. That's what I did.
Of course. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't. I would have to probably be a traditional sex worker versus and no judgment. I'll never do that shit in real life, but no judgment to anyone who might do that. We're just having a conversation of which would you rather do, and we both agree that we'd rather be the old-fashioned rather than the online cam girl or cam guy or whatever, just based again off the security factor of it. So did you see Carol Baskin's comment on the Cardi B video? And she said that the video glorified owning of pet cats and big cats, and that makes it dangerous for them or whatnot.
What video?
The W.A.P video.
I didn't see the video.
So in the W.A.P video, they have like a cheetah and some shit like that, and it's photoshopped. It's not the real cats. But Carol Baskins came out from Big Cat Country.
This bitch already got her fucking minute of fame. Go ahead, like you got the fucking shit you wanted, which was his ranch. Yeah. You got it already. Just damn. What else do you want?
Right. I mean, people want to it's that they want to stay in the spotlight. They want to stay in the spotlight. Fame is a motherfucker. Fame will make you do some crazy shit. And just like these people who come out of the woodwork, the politician lady, they're bashing and they're trying to ride something that is right now trending, so they can get their voice out there, meet new people, gain new followings, and hope to spark something. And it's nasty.
This bitch just
it's nasty.
But that's the thing. I mean, that's in every aspect of life. But like, just fight for what Why you gotta just always bring somebody down?
Right.
Just.
Well, unfortunately, that's really right now. There's a lot of negativity. So let's talk about some positivity with Scott Storch, who I reference as, legendary producer, worked with Dr. Dre and countless others, part of the Roots crew. His legacy is forever cemented in hip hop. So Scott Storch also has an addiction problem, and he's able to conquer that at this point, and he's opened up a rehab center here in California with Steve Libel. Shout out to him. And so my question to you is, if you ever had the opportunity to do something like that, to open up some sort of recovery or help center, what type would it be? What would it be?
I always thought about that. There's many things, but I think the biggest that I would really focus on would be something that has to do with immigrants.
Okay.
Immigration, like especially those that have kids. Their kids are involved.
Right.
To me, like, kids just it's a weak spot.
Okay.
You know, and
Of course, your mother.
so I always thought about that,
Yeah.
having some way helping immigrants.
Yeah.
And immigrants that have families that
Yeah.
involved with kids, or always thought about women's shelter, or kids in foster care.
Yeah. So it'll be definitely tied to the
but
kids.
yeah, it's always going to be something with kids.
Yeah. Nice.
How about you?
For me, mine is community based, and so what I've always wanted to do this is get some markets, and turn those into better places for people to eat, for people to thrive.
Why always gotta be food with you?
No,
That your soft spot.
No, it's you need food to live, right? You need food to live, and that's one thing that's killing us as the black and the brown is we don't eat right. And a lot of times when we go to the store, we don't have the options and the know-how. We have the EBT, we have the different things, but it was eye-opening to me when you pointed this out. We were in the hood and using, I think, WIC or something like that, or EBT. It was something, when Dyami was little, and it was WIC. And we were in the hood spot in Ontario, and I'm air quoting hood because that's not really hood. We both know the real hood, but this is the Inland Empire, suburb hood of Ontario. So we're there in the Food for Less, and I'm noticing the brands of the stuff that you can get with the WIC or whatever. It has a little blue dot or the red check or whatever it is, but it's that, this you can use for your EBT. So we're in Brea, we're at Mother's or something like that, and then I'm noticing that you can get EBT stuff at Mother's, you know what I mean, and it's better quality. And I was just like, wow, why isn't some of these products in the place where the minorities are at? If you have the same access to it, if the government is paying you the same amount of money, because that's how this program works, the government reimburses, the markets.
Because people don't care about us, babe.
So that's why I want to get markets in these communities and then start giving no other alternatives. You can't get your Sugar Smacks. This is what you can get. You can get some Nature's Path or something like that.
That's a great idea. I don't want to knock it.
No, not knock it at all. Go ahead.
But the thing with that, it's become almost like it's engraved in us. Like this is what you get, And I mean, to us, we always you gotta remember that a lot of people, they're working, so they get the easiest shit. They get their working families or their families that the kids have to do their own cooking. And what is it? Microwavable, Hot Pockets, Lunchables, I don't know. And but
there's healthy alternatives to all of that you're talking about, and it's available.
There's all ways to do that. There's ways to do that. Yeah, and it's like, okay, perfect example, like the Skippy peanut butter. The first ingredient in that shit, I think, is oil.
Right.
What's wrong with peanuts and the natural oil?
Right.
That's when you
get that same Skippy. If I go to Mother's in Brea, I get some other brand where it's natural, and I can use my EBT to get it. So what I'm saying is,
But see, that's the thing. Who's shopping out there?
No, that's what I'm saying is, you bring those products
to the hood. Yeah, I know.
To the hood, and you give them no other alternative. You don't have any sugary cereals on the shelves. People want to eat. So you said the first thing we're trained to do is eat bad. No, the first thing we're trained to do is eat, survive, and that's why we eat the bologna and all this other BS.
But then, when you have to go, and guess what? Only people that get WIC, because a lot of people don't want to. Let's say for those that are not getting WIC, throw it, babe. For those that are not getting WIC, for those that are not getting WIC, then they have to buy it.
Right, but you
and
price
it's
it.
Be more expensive.
You don't have to price it super high. You don't have to.
Okay,
You
well,
do
if you
not
can
have
get a
to.
good price, then
You don't have to.
no, I'm not
what I
saying like that is a wonderful
Right.
idea because
No, I'm
A,
just
it
saying
brings it
you
to,
can do something like that, and then again, there's going to be people in the community that don't have to use EBT, and they're going to buy the whatever's in there. You know what I mean? That's just how that's gonna go ahead and play out. So that's just my thing. I don't see enough of that. You know what I mean? And again, if you have a market there, you can go ahead and you can employ people within the community. You can employ people with the community and make that community stronger, and also reinvest in the community within not only health and just making the community better overall. I think that's definitely something.
No,
I think
that
I
is
would
a
do.
definite something
Right.
we definitely need.
Yeah.
Something we definitely need because man, you go into these stores sometimes and they're the cheapest options, especially the smaller. Yeah, this Rio right here.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a big selection.
No, it doesn't.
But
But
have
again,
to go
it's just
to Albertsons or have to go
Right.
to Stater Brothers.
right. But if you know the community and you know what products you can bring in, and if you know that you can make them a healthy product for them, you can have cooking classes, show them how to cook the things. Especially again if you're bringing in people of the same culture who are already cooking healthy. And trust me, there's healthy sponsors that are going to want to come out whenever. This is crazy. Let me tell you let me just show you the difference between a Clark's and a Rio Ranch or whatever. You walk into Clark's, and before the pandemic, what was constantly there? People giving classes and pitching their product, right? You go into a Rio, and what do we see? People trying to sell you cell phones and perfume. You know what I mean?
Well, they have that store. Yeah, they have that store, and they have a little area where somebody is selling like jewelry and
stuff that instead of having an area where you can teach people how to make fresh food or the cultural classics, just healthier. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that we need in the community. We have to go out there and show. And when you do that, you build that loyalty, you build that tie to the community. And again, business-wise, customers are now going to go ahead and come back. I got to try a new product. I liked it. I'm going to buy it. And maybe I start using this. Maybe this becomes my crema that I only use now. This is my crema. That happens all the time. That's why people choose Coke or Pepsi or whatever it is. Oh, you only have cherry Coke? I'm sorry, I love cherry Pepsi. I don't drink any Pepsi or any cherry flavored soda other than Pepsi cherry. That's you, right? You're a big Pepsi cherry fan?
yeah, but I don't drink.
When I go to the store, what do you tell me? When I go in there,
when
you're
I
drinking
really,
soda
really
and
need
you're like,
it and
yeah,
my cravings would be cherry.
nothing else will do, right?
Cherry Pepsi, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. People have those cravings or have those things that they like, and it's a shoo-in. So I would love to do that for the community. But shout out to Scott Storch for, recovery, drug recovery, alcohol recovery. It's it's definitely a big thing. So and someone to have come from that and now wanting to open up a place and heal people too, man. Big ups to him, man. And also Steve LaBelle, man. Big ups to both you guys for doing that. So let's talk about cancel culture, love. The culture, the cancel culture.
Oh,
I don't agree with something you said, or you've said some things in the past that now are unfavorable, and they try to cancel you. They've tried to do it to Kevin Hart. He's survived it. They're trying to do it to Ellen right now. She's been able to, looks like she's going to survive it. But there have some people who have lost their careers, haven't been able to work any longer, yada yada yada. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I just think it's being like overplayed. Like I get it. It's everybody's choice to do it. Like, to me,
like, who do you do you prescribe to? I'm not messing with somebody. Like, for instance, I don't rock with R. Kelly because he's a pedophile. So I don't. He's canceled to me. He's canceled to me in my mind. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and condemn somebody else because of that. If you want to rock with them, then that's you.
That's
but
my
I'm
thing.
gonna voice my opinion in
That's
regards
my
to him.
thing. That's my thing. The same with me. I don't if I don't agree with something and I feel that I won't shop there or I won't whatever, I just won't fuck with you because for whatever the reason is.
Right.
I just
you just not messing with them.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's
Got
me.
you.
Do I recruit people to do the same?
Yeah.
Nah, I put it out there. If they want to not do it, then they won't. They won't do it. But to me, I won't. I'm not gonna.
You're not going to join the horde of people and call for someone's job and stuff like that. How do you feel about the people who, let's say racist things or these people who do something virally and then they end up sharing the video with the employer, or they end up doing this and that? How do you feel about those people who end up doing something and then
I wouldn't
they end
like
up
to
losing
employ
it all?
somebody like that. So I would like to have no AA.
This is how you really feel.
Snitch. Like,
yeah.
Would I do it? I don't think so. But
so if you saw a video of somebody that you thought was just a foul person, and then you somehow the shirt they have on is a Conoco shirt.
Oh no, I meant I wouldn't record somebody and be like, oh, I'm gonna see who their employer is nah. I've never really been big on when people record a fight. When people record, I just hate that.
You're old school.
But
you're old school. It's a different time.
I mean,
that's new
if
stuff.
I see somebody,
would you snitch on them essentially?
I don't think so.
Would you call their workplace and be like, get her, she's racist?
Maybe if I don't know. I guess I gotta see the video. Maybe if she says something like directly to me, and just to do it out of spite and shit.
What do you mean directly?
Be revengeful.
Like she says, "No, Emmy, you," and calls you a racist term. So if she said it to you personally. But what if she was just like, I hate all Mexicans, I hope they die, yada, 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 and was saying hella stuff about that.
It's not very,
And you knew she worked somewhere. Would you report her?
Work somewhere. Would I record her? No, I wouldn't record her.
Not record her, would you report her? Would you call her job and say, Becky Sue Helen is a racist, and I have the video? Would you send it to their customer service email address?
I don't know. You gotta give me an example. Who?
I just told you, a person is saying racist things about Hispanic people, Mexicans in particular.
But you have to explain the story, the situation. I can't tell you now.
She's saying racist.
And more, most likely,
do you want me to use the terms? Okay.
I wouldn't, because I don't. It's not. It's generalized. Versus when something's more personal. Let's say she say you don't know how to park a fucking Mexican. Why do you even have a license? I bet you don't even have a license or something like that. Just because I don't know. I don't know.
Right. So if that was
something
said,
generalized, and she's yelling to the air Mexicans suck, or then I'll be like, oh, this is crazy bitch.
Yeah.
But more when it's being told to you directly, it's completely different.
Okay, so if there was some sort of racism directed your way, with the intent
to me,
with the intent
my
to
son around or my family around,
with the intent to disrespect you, then it's cool for you to then call or let her employer know that, or he or she's employer know that he's a racist.
Yeah.
That they're racist. Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah. To me, you reap what you sow. So. I would not put the energy behind someone trying to lose their job because I don't know what they're going through at the time, and it's viral and it happens, I'm assuming, so quickly. If there's a pattern of racism and something that they have continued to do, I think especially with a lot of these people in the entertainment industry, you should be held accountable for the way that you speak and the way that you come at people. You know what I mean? And so if you're leading with hate, then I don't think you should be allowed to preach hate to the masses. I just don't see why people promote that. Companies promote hate. I don't understand that. That's not supposed to be good for the human race, not the bottom dollar or not your bottom line, but the human race. So I don't understand that. And if you preach hate, I feel that you should not have a platform to do it for. I'm not with taking away your right to preach hate, but you should not be given a platform to do that, especially from major corporations who make billions of dollars from people of color, whether it's consumers or the people who are the cogs in the machine. So I don't rock with that. But again, if you were 17 and you happened to use the N-word, or you called somebody or you called someone whatever, a derogatory term, a term for someone who's mentally handicapped, whatever it might be, physically disabled. If you were young and you're able to overcome that and have been a better person, I feel that you shouldn't have to be canceled, And I think the example of that, not saying I agree with this, but if you go to listen to the backstory of Marky Mark before he was Marky Mark, he, I think, broke an Ethiopian man's arm and used some derogatory language against and beat up an old Vietnamese dude or something like that. So there's a lot, and he seems to have been employed and been fined for very, very long time. So it just all depends. Maybe he's made amends, maybe he hasn't. Who knows?
You know what I really hate?
What do you hate?
And probably this has nothing to do with, I don't know. It doesn't have nothing to do with this, but I hate when people are telling a story about something.
Okay.
Or, oh, did you see that that video? That video that's going around? Or, no, not even. Oh, one day I was over here, was this black guy, and then he was fighting with this Mexican guy. Like, I hate
when people describe color.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, how is that even relevant? It's not like you're trying to ask who this person is.
Right. It's not to describe someone that doesn't know.
You're just
telling
a story. Like, why does that even matter? Like, I just, it gets under my skin. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
I guess again, the only, in my opinion, when I use color, it's to bring attention to the fact that color is important. So, for instance, have you ever seen the black guy who sings corridos? You have to attach color to that. You're basically describing who it is. You're bringing to attention that this brother who normally wouldn't be singing corridos is singing corridos. So that's where you attach color. But I understand.
Yeah,
the people who constantly be like, oh, I was over here and this black guy was talking to me. Hey, the black guy said hi or whatever. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Sorry, it just ran, past my mind. And I just never addressed it. And
nothing wrong with that.
Interrupt your flow of the show.
No, you haven't. What are you talking about? We're all over the place all the time. This is what we do. Right? So let me see here. We're almost out of here. We got a good one, though. I want to ask you about this. So, finessing. You understand what that is, right? Especially for you ladies, finessing a meal. You go out on a date with a dude that you really have no intention of ever hooking up with, but you go out just to get a meal. Maybe take them to your favorite restaurant you've been wanting to go to, or your favorite restaurant,
just to get a meal?
Or just to get a meal. You go out just to get a meal.
Like
you have no intention of feeling this dude whatsoever.
Just to get a meal, like so he can buy you a meal.
Yes, he's paying for your dinner.
Meal? Like why would you want to?
So you never went out with a dude and just so you could go out and get a dinner?
No, I could pay for my own shit.
Props to you. That's why I love you.
I don't need no motherfuckers money.
That's what I love you.
Yeah. But to me, I'm not. My time is more valuable than that. Like, I'll enjoy that shit by myself.
Ooh, okay, go ahead.
Or with better company.
Oh, all right.
Why would I waste my time just for a free meal?
There's a lot of ladies that do that. There's a lot of ladies that will go out with dudes that they have no intention of doing anything with, just to get a meal. Just to go to Red Lobster or some shit like that. Woman. Yeah. You didn't have to do that, baby. I was there right next to you. But it's called finessing.
I take it back. You're the only one I finessed.
Oh, wait. Oh, so how did I get finessed? Tell me how did I get finessed?
I'm just kidding.
I was waiting to hear the story of my finessing.
I mean, to me, it's why am I gonna put myself through that hour of?
And it's a dangerous proposition to make in my mind, because a lot of dudes are, hey, if we're going out, there has to be some interest. So you have those dudes that think that, you know, dating is really, hey, if I pay for your meal and we, you know, you get dessert, I'm trying to, you know, get some physical interaction with you.
No,
Unfortunately,
I mean,
there's still dudes that feel that
I
way.
have been to dates and that I wasn't. I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling him like on the phone or whatever. Let me see. Let me go out. Maybe it's this. Let me go out and see if it's different when you're with somebody in person.
But there was some interest, though.
Possible.
Yes,
interest.
right. But so
once
it
you
wasn't
tried it, then
anybody you're like,
after
oh,
that, no.
hell no. It wasn't like a
Like,
dude
it
walked
ain't
up to you and said,
happening?
hey, I think you're attractive. I want to take you to this restaurant that you just happened to really be asking about. You know, randomly he said the name of, oh, I want to take you to wherever, Crustacean. And in your mind, like, oh, I've never
that
been
don't
there.
even sound nice.
I've never been there, but I want to go, you know, type of thing. So you're like, okay, I'll go. Knowing that you don't like this dude, you're just going so you can
No.
go ahead and get crustaceans.
I'll get crustaceans on my own and enjoy it more. I don't know. I never.
Yeah, I think
people
it's,
do that openly.
like I said, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do because you don't know, the situation that you're putting yourself in, as well as.
I mean, you might get drunk or some shit, and that's just too much. Then you gotta.
Then you gotta
That's
what?
how y'all be having some baby mamas and daddies that y'all don't like, and y'all
Is
be
off
drinking,
dates? You get to
and he's popping bottles, and now you're being greedy. Now you're gonna get fed, and you're gonna get fed, and you're gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
Shit.
So have
y'all
you
be
been there?
forgetting how ugly he looked when when
it
you're drunk
sounds
and
like-
shit.
Have you been there before? Sounds like you've been
no,
there
I've
before.
never been there.
Oh,
nah.
so you're just
But I'm
telling.
not done with my story.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And then y'all
Ooh.
be fucking without no protection and be having. Oh, guess what? I'm pregnant.
Oh.
First, you got to figure out what motherfucker it is, and then
whoa. What do you
because
mean?
if she's doing this with one, she's doing it with all.
Man,
So with
you
more
got-
than one.
You got
so,
peoples?
Nah, I'm just.
Okay.
That's how mind works.
Oh,
I
that's
guess
how your
you
mind
know.
works. Uh-huh.
I may be producing this in my mind, and
Okay,
But
okay.
I don't know. But to me, it's
You writing this? Okay, go ahead.
to me. No.
No.
Then you start sexing and get pregnant, and by somebody you didn't even like. You know, so nah, it's It ain't.
No, it's definitely, to be honest, yeah, those little one night stand situations can be very dangerous. But it is what it is. People out there living that way. People actually out there living that way. So we about to get out of here, babe. Anything you want to add?
Says you're annoying dog. No. Ugh. Nope. No, nothing. Just have a good week.
Yeah, good
Everybody.
week up ahead.
Smile.
Yep, smile.
Don't be assholes and shit.
Yes, stay safe, everybody, and wash your hands, cover your mouth. Don't tongue kiss heifers on Tinder. And it's been your boy Dyami,
And Mimi.
and you listen to the Moragne's podcast. Nyce Rockwell in the background.
Adios.